Deep in the heart of Pennsylvania, nestled among the rolling hills and whispering pines, lies a forgotten trail, hidden from the eyes of the world. It winds its way through a secluded hollow, shrouded in an unnatural silence, as if the very air holds its breath, waiting for something to break the stillness. This is Dead Man's Hollow, a place where sunlight struggles to penetrate the dense canopy, and shadows stretch like grasping claws, reaching for any who dare to enter. Locals speak of it in hushed tones, a place of unease where an ancient darkness lingers, casting a pall over the land. Generations have passed down the legend of the Hollow, each telling adding a chilling layer to its sinister history, making it a place of fear and mystery. Some whisper of a Native American burial ground, disturbed and desecrated, its eternal residents now restless spirits wandering the forest in search of peace. Others speak of a gruesome murder, the victim's soul forever tethered to the site of their demise, unable to move on. Whatever the truth, the air itself seems heavy with sorrow and dread, as if the forest remembers every dark deed committed within its bounds. The path, barely discernible beneath layers of fallen leaves and creeping vines, is rarely traveled, its secrets hidden beneath nature's reclaiming embrace. Those who do venture into the Hollow often return with tales of strange noises, fleeting shadows, and an overwhelming sense of being watched, as if the forest itself is alive. But most avoid it altogether, heeding the warnings passed down through generations. Don't go into the Hollow, especially not after dark, for fear of what might be lurking. That's where the dead man walks, a spectral figure lost to time, forever haunting the forgotten trail. At the edge of the Hollow, secluded from the whispers and anxieties of the nearby village, lived a hermit. His presence was a shadow, a ghostly figure that seemed to blend seamlessly with the dense forest around him. His name, if he had one beyond the title bestowed upon him, was lost to time. The villagers had long forgotten it, if they ever knew it at all. He was a figure of mystery, his past shrouded in whispers and speculation. Stories of his origins were as murky as the mist that often enveloped the Hollow. Some said he was a scholar seeking solace in solitude, a man who had turned his back on society to pursue knowledge in the quiet of the forest. Others claimed he was a fugitive, running from a past he desperately wanted to forget, hiding from the ghosts of his own making. He kept to himself, rarely venturing into the village, and then only under the cover of darkness. His movements were swift and silent, like a wraith in the night. His visits were brief and unsettling. The villagers would catch glimpses of him, a fleeting shadow that left them with a sense of unease. He would barter for necessities, flour, salt, oil. His voice a low rasp that seemed to cling to the air long after he was gone. The exchanges were quick, almost ritualistic. His eyes, deep-set and shadowed, seemed to hold ancient secrets, secrets that whispered of things best left undisturbed. They were eyes that had seen too much, eyes that bore the weight of untold stories. The villagers, though wary, regarded him with a mixture of pity and fear. They spoke in hushed tones, their voices tinged with both curiosity and dread. They spoke of strange lights emanating from his cabin at night and whispered of herbs and potions brewing on his hearth. The glow from his window was a beacon of mystery in the dark forest. He was an enigma, a living embodiment of the Hollow's unsettling aura. His presence was a constant reminder of the unknown, a figure that both intrigued and terrified those who lived nearby. Then one day the hermit vanished without a trace, leaving behind only whispers and unanswered questions. Weeks turned into months, and the silence from his cabin deepened the unease that permeated the village, casting a long shadow over their daily lives. Fear, like a noxious weed, took root in the hearts of the townsfolk, spreading its tendrils into every corner of their minds. Finally, a group of brave souls decided to investigate, driven by a mix of curiosity and dread. They armed themselves with lanterns and courage, venturing into the hollow with hearts pounding like drums in their chests, each step heavier than the last. The path to the hermit's cabin was overgrown, reclaimed by nature as if it were always meant to be hidden, a secret kept by the forest itself. The air grew colder as they approached, the silence broken only by the rustling of leaves and the frantic beating of their own hearts, a symphony of fear. When they reached the cabin, a crude structure of logs and mud, they found the door ajar, creaking ominously in the wind. Inside, the stench of decay hit them like a physical blow, a putrid reminder of the passage of time. The cabin was in disarray, furniture overturned, belongings scattered across the floor as if a struggle had taken place. And in the center of the room, sprawled amidst the chaos, lay the hermit's skeletal remains, a grim testament to his lonely end. The flesh was gone, picked clean, leaving only bleached bone and empty sockets staring up at the intruders, a silent witness to the passage of time and the cruelty of nature.